Hey guys, my name is Addie. I am a mom to 3 little girls with 1 currently on the way. Don't know boy or girl yet, but they range from age 2, newly 2 to 6. And so today I thought I would share with you our summer routine and what our day looks like that basically just keeps things running smoothly and how I did it. I'm going to give a little disclaimer here in this video because one schedule, one routine for me does not fit all, so there might be some things that work differently for you, and that's why I'm giving a little freebie away, our summer routine worksheet, but it is editable. That's because, again, we're all different. You might have a little bit different of a way you want to structure things, so what I have is editable so that you can fill in your day your way. So check that out at the end of the video to make sure you can download that freebie and have your summer routine there for you. This all started out for me when I do my routining. It all starts out with like a blank piece of paper. Well, this is colored on, but a blank piece of paper, and I write down basically all the things we need to do in a day and where my pain points happen to be. Right now, before I did this, my pain points were the house being picked up. We were getting a little lax on the kids picking up their toys specifically, and getting outside and moving before I hunkered down for work. So those were the 2 things I really wanted to make sure I fit into my schedule as we changed seasons and life. And the other thing, in my schedule, I do work full-time, so I did not factor in my work schedule into what you will see. I have videos on that if you want to see, but this is going to focus like what the kids are doing, not what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So once I had my list, I basically just tried to put it into blocks for the day. If you've seen previous videos of mine, you know I use a block schedule, and tried to fit them where they would work. And one thing that I've discovered over the past couple years is that you can't have one block schedule. There are different activities, different things that you have to do on different days that dictate your schedule. So for us right now, we have 2 block schedules that we rotate through in the week. And I just want to give you a quick glance here at what I'm talking about. So I have this, it's not color, sorry, it's not pretty. But in our summer routine here, I have 1, 2, side by side, dictating. This is our Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. This is our Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And depending on the day, we might use a different routine schedule. And that's because for us, it's gymnastics. We have a 3-hour gymnastics practice for one of our kiddos, and that happens twice a week. So that day is much different than any of our other days that we have because of that activity. So that's gonna dictate that. So you might have more than one, which is why the freebie that I'm giving is a dual side by side. Don't know if you can see it here in the pretty color, but it is like this. It's a dual side by side little routine so that you can edit different days. Yours might not be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yours might be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So without further ado, let me share what my summer routine with my kids looks like. So first off, we have our morning routine, and morning routine for us looks like me waking up, doing some work, filling up my water, and then as the kids wake up, we'll do breakfast. I'll make some coffee. We will all eat. I'll take my prenatal vitamins and after breakfast. And while I am making breakfast, usually I'll try to unload the dishwasher if that needs to be done as well. Then we will all go get dressed. I'll put on a little makeup if I need to. And then the kids just kind of like play while I just close out whatever work I was working on. I look at our to-do list for the day. I make my top 3 priorities, and then get going to the next part of our morning routine, which is getting outside and going on a little walk. Long, short, depending on what's going on that day, depending if there's rain, not rain, but whatever it is, we still do try to get out and walk. Next up, from 9 to 12 is my like morning block. And here we do our chore for the day, which rotates. So our daily chore is here, and depending on the day, we have different chores. So if it's a Monday, we will empty the trash cans, and all the kids help me with the chores. They have a trash can in their room, there's a trash can in the bathroom, and basically I will walk around with the kids and I will have the big trash bag, and they will rotate taking turns which kid gets to dump the garbage can into the trash bag. We have that on Mondays because Monday night is garbage night. So I like to empty all the trash cans before garbage night. You could pick that, you know, for your garbage day or whatever, but it is a really easy activity for the kids to get involved with. And so that's one I really like. After we do our daily chore, then we have free play time. That gives me the chance again to do any work that I need to do. They can do their free play and whatever it is they need to do. Right now, this is not a product I have available yet, but right now on my daily view of our planner, I have like an activity of the day. This one says do a painter's tape learning game. So I could set that up if I wanted, or they can just play with their dolls, like whatever we need to do to keep them entertained while I might be able to get something done. And then we do some outdoor time. That might be just going outside, moving locations, and they can ride their scooter. It might be giving them a paintbrush and letting them use water on the sidewalk while I'm doing, you know, again, whatever I need to do. But we do like to get outside. Moving locations when you're trying to work and entertain kids is key. And that is Sunday through Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. For us on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that is the time where we do our summer rotation. And our summer rotation is here. So depending on the day, again, it might be a water type activity. It might be going out, doing something, but we basically will do whatever our summer rotation dictates for that day. Our next block here is from 12 to 3, and it is pretty much the same no matter the day. I will get lunch together for the kids. We'll have lunch, then clean up. Rosie will go for nap time. I'll do some learning with the older two. And then quiet time. That means that they could either have screen time or do a quiet activity. Again, that's prime work time for me from that 1 to 3 block. So anything I can do to keep the kids entertained, if we're gonna watch TV, that'll be the time that we do it for that day. I do have summertime screen time rules that we do follow. If you're interested in that, you can ask me what they are, comment in it below. But if they have made those things, and they can have TV time. If not, they'll just do some quiet activities and play. Next up, we have the 3 to 5 p.m. block, and that does change depending on the day. So when Rosie wakes up, a lot of time we'll start with free play. And then if it is a Tuesday, Thursday, we will take Isabel to gymnastics, and when we get home, we will do our summer rotation for that day. So it might be playing outside with the water, or it might be doing an activity like going to the playground while she's at practice if we're the ones picking her up that day. But we'll do our summer rotation while she's at practice, so she doesn't have one Tuesdays, Thursdays. But if it is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then when Rosie wakes up, we will do our home reset, which basically for us means tidy. Make sure our toys are put away for the day. Make sure our house is back how we want it to be before we finish out the day, because there's not gonna be time later. So we do our home reset then. While we are finishing home reset, I will get stuff prepared to go to the pool, pack our swim bags and all that, pack a little dinner, and then we will head to the pool Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. The next block that we have is the 5 to 8 block. It is basically our PM block, which is our typical dinner routine. So on days we're not at the pool, it's a typical dinner routine. You know, we get dinner on the table, we eat, we clean up dinner, and the kids like have a little bit of free play before we start bedtime routine. If it is a pool time, then basically we have dinner at the pool and we keep on swimming until it is time to come home from the pool. And when we get home from the pool, we'll do bath and then bedtime. It's a very shortened bedtime routine on the post pool days because they're tired and they need baths and, you know, kind of go straight to bed after that. The last block here, the 8 to 10 p.m. block, is our kids are asleep and I basically do whatever I need to do to close out the day. So for me, a lot of times I will already have the cleanup done. There's not much I need to do. Remember, I had those Tidy Cues home reset in my earlier blocks. And that's because I'm just too tired by the end of the day. I just don't want to put the kids to bed and then clean. I'm too tired. So a lot of times what that means for me is sneaking in any extra work I didn't get done for that day. It is doing any homeschool prep that I need to do for the next day, and looking at my to-do list if there's anything I didn't get done that has to be done that day. Then I have my bedtime routine. Different than Dan's. Dan does whatever he does at bedtime, but for me, It is doing something personal care. It is making sure I get a little bit more water. It is taking my last pills if there's any pills to take. It is washing my face and brushing my teeth. And right now, currently, it is pretty much cuddling up in bed and just watching a show before I go to sleep, because that's all I have the energy for right now. Sometimes Dan and I will just sit on the new patio he built and share a little seltzer for, not a seltzer, a bubbly water for me and a beer for him, and just hanging out. Sometimes it's just cuddling in bed, like I said, but it's pretty much my bedtime routine, and I'm pretty much trying to be in bed by 10 these days. So this is pretty much what works for our family and our summer schedule. So hopefully this is helpful in you creating something that's gonna work and not like drive you crazy all summer. And one thing I will also say is that we have 6 blocks. They're based in 2 to 3 hour time increments. I would not go more than 6 blocks. I used to have our schedule like every 30 minutes I had scheduled out for the day. And honestly, I think it's just too granular. I think you should have between 5 and 6 blocks. That's it. No more. That's enough. Have what works for me basically is having routines and routine stacks within those blocks. So these are our summer ones. Like my morning routine was in one of my blocks, not listed out like I need to do the dishes plus get everybody ready plus put on makeup. Like, I don't have all those things listed. I just have that routine. And as if you're new to this and you need to write down all those little steps that are in each of your routines, write those down somewhere. Write it in a file on your computer, write it on a Post-it note that you can see that's in your kitchen, because that's where you are for your morning routine. Write those down, have those, but keep them in bigger chunks, 2 to 3 hour chunks, 5 to 6 blocks for your day. That's like the biggest advice I can do. So as I mentioned, this freebie is available to you. All you have to do is go to my website, download it, and edit it the way that's going to work for you. To get to the freebies section of my website, you do have to be a subscriber. This is for my subscribers, not necessarily to YouTube, although I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel too, but to my website. And so you sign up for the newsletter, and then you will get sent the password to access my freebies. I do not spam you every day. I do not send you emails. I will do a once a month, beginning of the month, send you one email that basically gives you the breakdown of what's been new, if there's any new freebies they're put in there, and then if there are any giveaways going on or discount codes that I can provide you. That sort of thing is also in that email. So I do try not to spam you. I do not like getting those spam emails either, but it allows you to have unlimited access to all those freebies. You can download whatever you want. And then it also, just once a month, you will get an email from me. So if you want this freebie, you do have to sign up for my newsletter, and then it's yours. So hopefully this is helpful. I'm going to have more freebies. I always am adding to my freebies. My lesson plans are on my website, so browse around. Hopefully you can find something that's helpful to you. And I hope you guys have a great summer. We are off to a great start here. One last thing, if you're not following me on Instagram, then you may not know that we are doing a 400 summer hour outside challenge, basically. And that means that basically we are trying to be outside this summer for 400 hours. We are about, well, let's go take a look. We're about 60 hours in right now. We've created this fun little chart and we're about 60 hours in. So we have a lot to go, but it is a really fun challenge, and being able to keep it on the chart has been really fun for the kids. So definitely recommend you join this if you are not. We're also doing some potty training here if you haven't seen. So maybe I'll have a potty training video soon, but that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it is helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.